What's up? Hmm? You're warm. Oh, that light's a little bright over there. Maybe I could just scoot up. Let's see. That seems pretty good. Hold on. Let's try that. That's a little better. Okay. Let's try these. That's just a little bright. Just gonna do that. It's super bright. Okay. I got so many notifications. You're really about it. I just got a bunch of stuff. Need to sit like this, I guess. I'm trying to find the right way to do it. I'll do this again so I can see. There we go. A little bit closer. Let's go to the tower. Alright, so I'm just gonna mess around for a little while. We're gonna have Rich on a little while, and we are going to get into some sports today. And yeah. But what y'all doing today? What y'all doing? It's Friday. Everybody should be turning up and whatnot. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling. Been a pretty good day so far. I really should put my glasses on, but I'm not about it. Yeah, there's not too much going on today. Just chilling. Kind of sad about Avengers because I wish there was more to do. gameplay is still on point, but they need to go ahead and like come out with something more. They kind of nerfed those loot drops. I don't know why, but you kind of got to play through them long hives to really get what you want to get, and I'm just not about that life. I'd rather play with people. Everybody gets to go ham, you know what I'm saying? Nobody trying to play by themselves all the time. You can do that anytime. So hopefully the developers will figure that out and make those things multiplayer. Like the little companion AI they have. Like, that's cool, but that's not where it's at. You want to play with your homies. I got exactly play.
Check.
So what I'm thinking I might do today, right? Because this is going to go away
When I lost Carl,
Tuesday.
let's get started.
So what I can do is run like Altars of Sorrow ad nauseum and get a bunch of candy and stuff and these chocolate strange coins. Get all these masks.
It's you.
Oh, I need a bunch of those. See, collect candies.
Lovely.
I can do that. Match.
Why not? I love it. Oh yes, this is exactly what I was thinking.
I should actually. You know what I should do is play this with the other characters and get these weapons. I should do what I did, so I'm not. Let's go. I got a bunch of Umbral emblems to turn in. So if you don't know and you play Destiny, if you haven't seen the TWAB or anything like that, they are getting rid of all of these planetary materials. So go turn these things in, get you some armor. Like, I've got 6,000 Crucible tokens. It's just outrageous. I'm not gonna do it on stream because it's boring, but literally, go over to your mans, go see your mans.
You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it.
And just turn it in. Like so. Usually you don't get nothing good. But you get some legendary shards and some weapon materials. And you basically are going to do that 50,000 times. But they can give you masterwork stuff. They can give you decent armor. So it's something to keep in mind. I'm not going to do that right now because that sounds boring as hell. But just a little note.
This was made for you.
I'll make that happen.
Crucible gets harsher every day.
But yeah, if you're doing Festival of the Lost, get them coins, get that candy, go turn them in. I'm not trying to play no strikes.
Requisition approved. The hive are pouring out of the hill.
Jabby On Light comes out November 10th. I'll be playing that thing if you want to see.
What do you need?
We'll see what it's about. What's this?
Not bad.
Sidearms. Fusion rifle.
Make us proud.
knees are feeling pretty good today. I went running.
Hey there.
It wasn't as pleasant yesterday.
Catch you later.
But yeah, that's a huge pro tip right now. Go turn in the mats. Especially at like Titan and Mars, all the planets have gone away. Go ahead and get rid of things. New season over here before you're done. You ain't got no reason to be trying to infuse stuff and use them. Just get rid of it.
Oh, that's a nice little haul. Hope the payouts are good.
Hey, kid. Looking good. Don't break that, all right? Yeah. That was made for you. Don't die out there, brother.
I saw somebody, I think it was yesterday, I can't remember. This dude's rank, you see my rank up there is 322. I think that's kind of absurd for your season rank. I played a lot earlier this season. Felt like I had. It's pretty good rank, right? My man had 1,072 season rank. I'm gonna repeat that in case you don't feel me. My man, I have rank 322, man. I've played. My man had 1,072, and I'm like, bruh, how? How?
Talking with someone about everything.
1,072? Bruh. You need to like chill. You need to chill. Go read a book, go do something. There's other stuff you can do. There's no reason for you to have a rank that high. It's just out of pocket. Okay, I don't need that right now, do I? Get this out of here. Not that neither. Keep that.
Eris must understand that they are fighting for things.
Hi there. Acknowledged. Done. Bye.
I could use some coffee.
Eververse isn't just a title.
Dynamic
It's
sway.
a family
It's
philosophy.
That's actually not bad.
Always another mile, and forever
Interesting.
another
Name
tomorrow.
Guardian.
It's not too bad.
I was just
I don't know what kind of weapons they're gonna have in this. This new update. I got like I'll clean this out once. I may have to clean it out a little bit more again. Alright. Let's go blow some stuff up. I'm gonna do the upper layer for a minute.
And it's gonna get worse.
There's gonna be lots of candy in there too. Man, I say shiver me timbers. What I can do actually. Okay. What's we gonna want to use? Playing Avengers too much. I keep pressing the wrong button.
Speak, assistant. Yes, yes. Take it and go.
shouldn't have done that. Where's it going, bro? That's how you feel about it? Together. Get off me. Oh, did I already put this shit back up? Oh.
Falters against the pyramid, pushed away on gentle ripples. Darkness burrows into the cosmic fabric here, emanating distance and entropy. This is not a
How many
product of
coins do you
design.
get from that?
It is their nature to divide.
Dude, this is what I had, like 12. I think some of them I got from I want to use next. Use something I haven't used in a while. But you know what I'm gonna use? I know what I'm gonna use. Let's do Glad the unstoppable thingy. No, I don't start it yet. Put my hoodie on for a second. Hold on. I'm dying. Oh Lord.
What do you think your competitors want with all this stuff?
Arms of the witches. Protect the contraption. One last gasp before they fade into obscurity.
Pretty grim.
Bravers typically are not afforded pity.
Barrier thing. Do that. Special ammo. Once you get out of there, you know what it is, though. There were some dudes over there. information
find
though.
ourselves one trail closer to an unveiling. The message clarifies, but one page is not enough. We will need volumes.
One of those things. Teas. Yeah, this will be fun. Excuse me.
Our attempt at alignment has drawn attention.
Understood, Ares. Let's charge up the seed and get out of here.
looking at point now.
Down here. Our work has produced more foot traffic, more dust, I'm sure, and more like someone's spies. Zavala can tend towards micromanagement.
Crazy like that. He's about that life. Trying to check that Instagram real quick. I'm about to get on Reddit. God dang. Man, I had
Scans are all over the place. I can't get a lock on anything.
Suddenly obscures our vision.
I'm gonna stay right up here and get
Not
shredded.
the Witch Queen's tricks, little light.
my safe zone. That's my safe place. spotting it. I'm ready right now.
Welcome to the Friday Night Lights podcast. Bringing something together for you every Friday. Check us out. We're talking all sports. You can't reach them all. We're going to hit the points on what we got going over the weekend, right? See? We're going to first off kick this thing off with the number one sport in America. Right now.
Mine is Buffalo by 4 over under 40.
That's the whole game, right? See, the Buffalo, New England, man, it all depends on Cam. Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
Well, I tried to find the numbers for Cam's record after a loss.
It's been a lot of losses here recently. Look, I'm a big Cam guy. I believe in Cam. I believe in Cam all the way. But he's had more losses than wins over the past few years. Blamed it on health for a while. I want to say now it's more that Cam is getting warmed up to a new team. And we can't deny the fact that New England has no talent.
No talent. Oh, that's a little strong.
No talent.
Why have they not simply
How strong do you think it is? You think it's too
Well,
strong?
I think they have enough where they can do
Name
something.
two receivers.
cultivation, not
Edelman, N'Keal Harry, Demir Bird. Like, well,
I was just trying with that one. Edelman's always down.
look. But then I tried myself because I really thought about it, and I was like, well, that makes lose. Like,
Yeah, Edelman is forever.
he's cool.
Oh, don't do Edelman. Come on now.
Nah, he's not that dude though. Is he? I don't know. Am I underselling him or like?
I'm gonna tell you what really made Edelman that dude.
Okay.
The Atlanta catch.
I think you know what? I can get with that.
The Atlanta catch. You gotta respect that. And I'm a Falcons fan. Unfortunately. But you gotta respect the fact that Edelman has been consistent. Edelman had Brady, which Edelman was an upgrade to welcome.
He was. Okay, well then let me ask you this. Do you feel like then is the Patriots offense underperforming or are they on par?
They're so slow.
They are.
And they're such a slow team. You know, and it's difficult to be successful in the league, especially in the AFC right now, if you're such a slow team.
Is what happened to Michelle?
Sonny Michel had corona,
And he didn't want to.
And I don't know. He just might be coming back. You know, that's 2 weeks in the league. In college football, you can come back in within a week, but we ain't talking about that right now. Let's not just.
No, did you know the Big Ten makes people sit out 21 days? Yeah, you get a pop.
I think if Cam plays well, Buffalo loses. Josh Allen hasn't had great performances over the past few weeks.
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
And
so let me get my
Buffalo-
trusty notes here. Since 2000, the Patriots are 35-5 versus the AFC East. Cam in his career is 7-1.
Wow. See, it's pretty. And Buffalo has talent. Let's not deny what Buffalo has. Buffalo has talent. They have a strong defense. I like Stephon Diggs all day, every day. You You gotta love. I love Diggs in Minnesota, man.
Okay.
I love Diggs everywhere he is. I like his style. I like, he's great.
I'm looking
He
at the
runs whole
stats.
route
The
tree.
Bills are like middle of the road as far as defense. They about middle of the road, 25 points a game given up.
Well, that's all. Listen, it's a COVID season, but their style. They'll slow you down enough. What is middle of the road right now? Everybody is not. Like, who's great? Who besides 3 teams or 4 teams are really getting all the stops?
Right now, from what I found, Pittsburgh and Baltimore are far away the best defenses.
Okay, but because they're getting more stops than not.
True.
Everybody else is transparent. Bend, don't break. And they're one of those kind of defenses. So if Cam comes out and does Cam, they run the ball effectively. I think I got New England taking that one. I don't think Cam has a week like he had last week. That was a week fresh off of being out for COVID. Am I not mistaken?
No, you're right about that.
He'll be definitely better this week, and I see New England beating them. I don't know if Josh Allen bounces back from the last performance he had. I'm taking New England. I'm taking the over. I think New England wins big. That's just one of those weeks where Belichick will undress Cam in front of the team. They'll come out playing better.
Well, as far as fantasy goes, for just the quarterbacks, Josh Allen is $7,000. Cam Newton's $5,700. So would you make a Cam Newton team?
You can all be yes, because it's Cam.
Actually,
like
that
Cam
still. Oh, N'Keal Harry's out now.
Was he ever in?
Don't do my man like that.
I'm not hating on N'Keal Harry. I loved him at Arizona State. I thought, and his career isn't over. I loved him at Arizona State. I love N'Keal Harry. I was really, really happy when the Patriots drafted him. I thought he would have done well by now. But have you watched one game where it has N'Keal Harry 7 for 120? With Julio Jones type physical abilities.
It's probably what's most sad about it is the dude can play. But he ain't.
Dude is the man, Andy Caribbean. So you thinking that I really expect him. I expect him to be very good. I expect him to be great. It's just not great.
Well, right now, you get this. So let's see Cam goes down. Cam goes down. Right now, you can get Demir Bird for $3,700. You can get Myers for $3,500. Like, what's this dude's name? Ozleweski? I don't even know how to pronounce it. You can get him for $3,500. So if you make a Cam lineup, you could possibly eat. James White is $4,500.
So you're talking about stacking the Cam line. You don't have to stack Cam. I would, back to the original. Mm-hmm. If Cam is there for $5,700, I take Cam. I make a lineup with Cam. Can't hurt. Cam could win you a meal if you got the right pieces. Another thing. I wouldn't stack Cam with anybody though. Cam would be the only Patriot I take because Cam is the only Patriot that strikes fear in the rest of the league. Because believe it or not, Cam's striking fear. You're on the other side of that ball. But if you see he ain't having a great day, you're like, oh, thank God. Because look at the pressure he put on Seattle a couple weeks ago before COVID.
Yeah, but Seattle is terrible.
Not really.
They're actually 32nd. We're not even getting there yet.
Listen. Bro, they're one of the same kind of bend, don't break defenses. You got 20 of them.
Bro, they're breaking. Did you see the game on Sunday?
First of all, man, stop skipping around.
All right.
Stop skipping around. Arizona is a good team.
True.
Okay. All right. And if it wasn't for Russell having an oddly bad day, and the fact that they're missing 33 now,
Josh Allen, Bills defense, would you go there?
No. Not against Belichick. He otherwise that. And he looked bad.
Yeah.
And the cat from Wyoming, and we know Wyoming, and you build up a tolerance to that kind of weather being out there, and you play in Buffalo, and he looked bad against him, but he might have just had a bad day. I respect him. He was a quarterback. He got legs. He's strong. He has an arm. He can make all the throws. I respect him as a quarterback. He had a bad day against Kansas City.
We don't make 50 lineups anymore, so we're kind of talking from the point of view of, okay, we're going to make one lineup. Because I made a mistake last week. I was going to cover this too. I took out Rodgers and Adams and put in Watson and Cooks. Yeah, you saw that.
So we looking at Tennessee, Cincinnati. Cincinnati.
Tennessee's defense is third in takeaways.
Tennessee's defense is stout. They're one of those five, but there's one of those top. Tennessee's defense is stout. Tennessee as a team is stout. We don't even have to discuss this too long because we know what's going to happen. Derrick Henry has about $1.60.
See, I don't even want to see it. But from what I found, Cincinnati just traded DJ Reader.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did see that they sent my man home.
Yeah, so their stats, 24th in yards, 27th against the run. We're going to see how he does it. It is the NFL, though, so it could be Tannehill throwing the ball.
Cut it out. Understand. You have to be the moderator. So cut it out. So they have $1.60.
I think
I even think Tannehill's going to get off.
That's what I was thinking. What about Tennessee's defense? Because Burrow might have a rough day.
Tannehill looks good. Burrow may die. Burrow, man, they got to stop that Burrow get hit like this, man. Burrow get hit a lot.
Do you think they're a work in progress, or is it just the best in the worst situation possible? You know what I mean? Everybody's
talking about as far as Burrow's future in Cincinnati?
Yeah, because it's kind of like he's healed. I don't have a way to spin this positive.
It's rough.
What can you say that really, because they have a history of getting talented people. Burrow ain't the first talented dude to go over there. I tell you that. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able to build that team the way they need to, especially in a tough division.
A lot of them die.
Let's see what the...
a lot of them die. Back, first off, fantasy-wise, to finish the game,
yeah.
Before I jump around, because this just ain't one of those matchups. Tennessee's too strong all around. They're a real serious team. Vrabel's a great coach. Vrabel is probably be the best coach from that Belichick tree so far.
Yeah.
Right, to really go on and do his thing. You see Patricia, he down in Detroit. You see other dudes in other places.
We don't get to Patricia.
Except for my man in LA. My man in LA is a part of that Belichick tree, and he went to the Super Bowl. Sean McVay, but he's an Atlanta guy, so I love him. I'm sorry, Sean McVay, excuse me for that. He went to the Super Bowl. Vrabel has building a New England South.
Yeah.
And with Derrick Henry, if I could lay back, first off, Derrick Henry, when you made a running back on the video game, he is what you made.
Oh my God.
4.5.
I'm really trying to figure out how he's so damn fast.
2.25 to 2.5, and then you see the guy wear a jacket. Come on, bro, that's awful.
Yeah.
Look, them boys really don't want no problems.
Yeah,
when
and
that
he's
man
really
turned the corner.
he's
man.
really decently priced at only $8,000. You would have thought they'd have did him like McCaffrey and he $10,000 every week. The way that boy runs.
I don't even know. Yeah, McCaffrey's coming back too. I heard some, but that's later on.
The Titans
I would
defense is
definitely
only
take
$3,000
Henry.
too.
I would take Henry. I was stacking Henry and Tannehill, or I would stack Tannehill and the receiver.
AJ Brown.
I love Brown.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Now, we pretty much saying they're gonna get killed. So would you take a Burrow lineup for the garbage time stats?
Burrow always gonna get off though. You saw Burrow had 4-6 last week, didn't he?
Yeah, he
He had 4-6. Was it 4-6, 3-1? He set a rookie record.
Yeah,
Went
he
off.
did. Their offensive numbers, they don't have a lot of points per se.
Okay, so would you? Yeah, see,
But
it's
they do
nobody.
get yards. And AJ Green showed up last week too. He finally showed up. He was like, oh. So there could be a possibility. Now I wouldn't really play that. You talking about putting a 20 on it? I wouldn't make a Joe Burrow lineup trying to get garbage time stats. It's not really. Henry, I don't see where you don't play Henry. That's 30, 40 points all time. You're talking about 150. Like, you can see the highlights happening easily. Yeah, I mean, I think we concur on that one. There is no way.
It ain't. Hey,
it really ain't too much to say.
If
If you're out there playing daily, you gotta make a Henry lineup. You gotta put him in your lineup.
You gotta put Henry in line. Matter of fact, Henry should have never left. If you can afford to put Henry in there.
Yeah, see, they already got the over/under at 53. They know what it is. Real quick before we move to the next game, how you feel about Zach Taylor?
Shit, I did.
The dude over there, is he doing a good job? I mean, their offense has been better than that.
He's so young. You don't move around a guy like that, right? Yeah, that's why you stick a guy like that in that position. He's so young. He gave him a pound of God. Like the team has been stripped down, all the talent was gone. AJ was out for the whole year. They might have just told AJ chill out last year. You know what I'm saying? You've earned it. Yeah, but it's rough. You sending cats home. You ain't even trading them. You sending them home. You see what I'm saying? So they got a rough situation out there. Burrow's smooth though. That cat's smooth, man. So I don't know if he does his time in Cincinnati, somewhere else, and flourishes, but he has one of those kind of attitudes where he can't really be stopped. I underestimated him. You know I wasn't big on him. But he makes a lot of pro throws. Watching the dude he done it with you. He just don't got the talent around him at this point in time. I think Zach will be cool. Get them boys another couple years. Somebody in that division is going to have to go down a notch for them to come up, though. Very, very deep division. Mike Tomlin keeps Pittsburgh 500, a little over every year. Always tough. Alpha male Pittsburgh. Alpha male Baltimore. Beta male Cincinnati. And it's been that way. And not talk about the players, just talk about the way the conference is. And they studied them out for a long time. Even when they squeaked in now, they were still kind of squeaking in under the big brothers.
And that's a nice segue in that division. Next game.
Vegas.
So, you might as well go ahead and get out the way. How you feel about your names?
Which Rams? Well, you hear all week think the Mayfield may be better without him. Right? Why? Why do you think it's so true?
Because
I'm an Odell guy first off. Let's just get that out.
Well, this isn't hating on Odell, but I told you I watched that the game where Baker played Mahomes. Through like Mahomes philosophy wasn't that he played better than Mahomes, but he was best in just spreading the ball around. And you saw this with Eli in New York too when he was trying to force the ball to Odell. It just wasn't a good look. Turnovers, the offense kind of like bogged down a drive trying to force the ball to him. I don't know. Now, do I really think they're a better team without Odell? No. But the offense could function better because you don't. There's no forcing anybody now. Now you just running the play, going to the guys. Now, here's what it really said. Here's the stat. He was 0 for 5 in the first quarter, 1 pick. When Odell went out, he had 22 straight completions.
That's cold game, Jack.
He has a QBR so far this season of 76.
Okay, so why can't you beat that with OBJ?
That's what we're discussing.
All right, so this is what I did. I think they attempt to force feed OBJ.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do that. You got Landry on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You got Odell.
They got Njoku back. They got Hooper.
You got Chubb. You got some.
Like they got some people.
Baker at Oklahoma threw it all around. Right. And maybe him having that one focal target, and because he doesn't have great head movement.
Right.
I don't think the dude has great head movement. I think he stares his receivers down. We talked about this several times.
Oh yeah.
And I think he just kind of stares. And when you do that with OBJ, it's hard. But you can give Odell, as Odell has showed you, give him that ball many ways.
Yeah.
So with a
interesting stat, just to go along with this, because we're talking about Baker. Okay. Oakland's defense, they got the 27th ranked pass defense and 25th in total yards given up.
Okay.
So would you want to make a Baker lineup this week, or would you roll with Hunt? How you feel about that?
Against Vegas, I'd take Carr.
Yeah, Carr's only 5,500 now. See,
I'll take Carr. I'll definitely take.
Let's see. Yeah, Waller. Oh, Hooper's out.
Love him.
So
love Waller.
Njoku and Harrison Bryant might be good plays again as far as tight ends for Baker. Landry's only 5,600.
I'll take Landry.
Yeah, okay. I think Landry has a good day.
Landry has a wonderful day.
I think Hunt is the sneak diss because he catches the ball, he runs the ball. Now you kind of like, because Stefanski showed in Minnesota when he had Cook and the other guy that
he can do the two back thing.
He can do the two back thing, and now you kind of taking the pressure off him. I think another sneak diss is the Browns defense. Really, like they got some good pieces.
They do.
So Cleveland's 3-0 at home. I don't know. But I think it'll be interesting. Oh, did you know Marcus Mariota backs up Derek Carr? I forgot about
I forgot about that too. That's one of those things, right? That's one of those things. I forgot about him so hard. I'm going to tell you now, when Mariota went out there, I thought they was kind of trying Carr a little bit.
That's what everybody
said. I thought they was kind of trying him. But I think them boys just resigned to Mariota being a great backup.
I mean, he's still getting a check.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it at all. You know, he was a good player. Can't come out of Hawaii. That's one of the things in his career. I think injuries derailed him in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he just kind of never recovered from that. You know, when they brought Tannehill over, it was over with, though. Tannehill was always talented. He was just trapped in Miami.
Yeah, I always give people, like, Tua get a pass from me, too. Like, you did. It's been a while. I saw some stats on Miami's quarterback since Marino left, and I don't want to say it. It makes me feel bad.
It's just sad. Let's do Indianapolis at the Detroit.
Okay, so what I did not know, Indianapolis's defense is second in total yards and pass defense.
Man, they got that boy in the middle, man.
Oh, what's that dude's name? The Pro Bowl cat.
Valdosta State. That boy Valdosta State. They got that boy in the middle now. And he ain't playing no games. And he snuck in there. He's at, look, he's at 140, 150 tackles every year.
Yeah.
Every year?
Yeah, and they have played well so far. But Rivers
How you
is
like
kind
Phillip
of.
open?
And see, that's what I'm getting to is, man, what do they do? Get one cat to be behind you, but it's kind of like not. I don't know how to explain it. Like, do you go with somebody else? Because they still got what's his name, Brissett. So do you just let Brissett play? Because Phillip, man, at that age is showing for real. You got the second ranked defense. You could really kind of make a play. Ain't nobody in the AFC doing you like that. Well, I mean, obviously Kansas City, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I heard you, man.
Yeah, I mean, they could really make a play, especially in the South. So, would you be open to subbing out?
You say, oh, okay, hold on, you say they make a play in the South. What does that mean?
I mean, they could win the South.
Indianapolis?
You got the second ranked defense. I mean, you've been winning games already.
They don't beat Tennessee.
Have they played Tennessee yet?
Tennessee beats them twice. Phillip. Tennessee beats them twice. They'll pound. Phillip Rivers talk. Look, Phillip Rivers beats the people he's supposed to with the team like Indianapolis. They don't beat the upper echelon of teams, and Tennessee has pushed itself up to a top 4 to 8 team in the league. Indianapolis doesn't beat them. Tennessee wins the AFC South easily, and that's all I have to say about the whole AFC South.
Give them no chance.
None, because I saw him.
Yeah.
And he still, it's the same Phillip. You know, Phillip will throw them interceptions late. You know, he won't read the coverage. The ball placement late. First off, I love Phillip Rivers. I feel like if he was a Falcon, we'd have 2 of them. I love him. So I love Phillip Rivers. I've seen Phillip Rivers outgun Ice here.
Well,
on the comeback outgun.
Would you take Phillip or Matt this week?
First off, them boys off this weekend. So
No. Matt Stafford. They're playing Detroit.
Oh, you taking some of the quarterbacks in this matchup. I thought you were talking about Ice, because I was talking about Ice.
That's an interesting question. Ryan, that's a whole discussion.
No, we don't want him. We don't want Phillip. We want Trevor Lawrence. So let's not talk about that. We're gonna keep going forward. As far as quarterbacks in this matchup,
yeah,
if I had to make a lineup with one of the other, I'm taking Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's numbers are always there. You saw how he looked in the fourth quarter last week.
Yeah, he's 500 at home for his career, and Detroit's defense. So I'm not saying. I mean, I feel like that's dangerous. I feel like I would take Jonathan Taylor. That's the only piece I would take off the Colts offense, even though Detroit's defense is Phillip. But you're only 5,900 going against
Phillip Rivers is.
Yeah, so I mean, you're going against a bad defense. You got a good defense on your side. So you can, you know, like you're gonna get more possessions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get some stops.
Get those soldiers back.
I'm taking Matt Stafford.
Stafford. Okay, so are you saying the Colts win? They're favored. I mean, it's only a -3 line.
I'm saying the Colts win. I'm saying in fantasy, Stafford will do better.
Yeah.
I've been wrong before.
Now Galladay, I think they've got everybody healthy. Galladay,
Stafford
Jones, and everybody. So yeah, the
Stafford
stats say
can move
one
that
thing,
thing around,
but you
man.
know,
5 minutes remain.
Stafford can move that thing around, man.
Zone B locked.
Because you can easily get bad, Phil.
yeah, you got Galladay, you got Marvin Jones, Damian Amendola. Like they got some pieces. They got Hawkinson, the tight end. He been catching the ball.
Zone advantage
So
is yours.
I don't think Detroit wins, but I think Stafford could easily get 300 in a loss.
I'm taking Stafford. Taking Stafford. Philadelphia, Green Bay.
Or where are they at? Hold on. Yeah, Minnesota at Green Bay. So we gonna have to talk about the
The name we shall not say.
we got, but
Well, for everybody to know the name we shall not say.
I think these are the most telling stats. Aaron Rodgers is 70-17 at home, 8-4 versus the Vikings. Minnesota's defense 28th in total yards, pass defense, and 29th in points allowed.
Wow. Okay, so this is quick. Which I thought it was from the time you said Minnesota.
Yeah, and they played in the first game this year, and Green Bay scored like 40-something points.
Okay, I'll take first off, Green Bay big anyway.
Right.
Solid defense. Wrap this up quick. Solid defense, right? Aggressive offense. I heard the running back may be hurt. That's nothing, because the backup is good too. Good on special teams. They do get pushed around by physical teams, but Minnesota by no means is physical. And Kirk Cousins is going to make mistakes. He's having one of those kind of years.
Yeah, I didn't even look up Minnesota's offense. I don't even think there's a reason.
There's no need to. Like Green Bay wins big. At home, this time of year, the Bears lost. This will give opportunity to Green Bay to step up into that slide in the division.
Aaron Rodgers is only 7,600. That's a steal.
I'm definitely taking Aaron Rodgers against Minnesota.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is out, so Jamal Williams would be a good play again.
Jamal Williams is a good play. The boy can go.
Ooh, they got Devontae Adams at 8,800.
They know it.
They know what it is.
They know it. They got Devontae Adams at 88?
Yeah.
They know it.
Because what, he had 13 and 200 last week, right?
And I'm stacking them.
Yeah. Now, I went with Valdez
Last week, Aaron
Scantling.
Rodgers was smiling and all.
Yeah.
You see me throw the deep ball and started smiling at the lineman?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I'm not really seeing now. I mean, Jordan Jefferson, I think, would be an interesting play. Because Minnesota did get 35 on them last time. So you could possibly have the other person and Jordan Jefferson or Adam Thielen and have some nice points. Depends on who you really playing, because we haven't even gotten to actually we're going to next, Mahomes versus New York Jets. There's some options out there. Plus, I still think the sneak is Cam versus the Bills. I still think that's sneaky. I don't think people really looking at that. They looking at Aaron Rodgers. They looking at Mahomes like that's the money. And if you could slide Cam in there, you could stack Adams, Henry. You could go ham. Because that's $2-3 grand you can save off top. But that's if Cam gets ham. So that's Rodgers and Adams. I don't feel like you can go wrong. I don't feel like you could go wrong. If the score last time was like 40, what was it, like 48-35, something like that.
They killed him.
So yeah, Rodgers, Adams. I think Williams is a good play. You could possibly throw some Packers tight ends in there if you don't really have a tight end you want to play. Possibly. But yeah, we can go ahead and move on because we know how that's going to end. Rodgers.
We know how the next one going to end as well.
Okay, Kansas City. So out of all of these, Philadelphia was favored by 9. But out of all of these, Kansas City is favored by 19.5 points. It's the biggest spread this weekend. Right.
Come on, man. Kansas City. Hey.
Kansas City at home.
73-3.
Patrick Mahomes has a 13-4 home record. And here's the New York Giants defense, 259 passing yards allowed. It was about middle of the road. It wasn't too bad. They gave up 29 points a game, which was near the bottom. But I think what's most telling, the New York Jets offense, 32nd in total yards and points per game. So not only is your defense being left out on the field, it's being left out on the field against the best offense.
Oh, bro, I don't even know if it's Kansas City and the Jets, man.
I was looking up stats on it, and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Why are you? It's Kansas City and the Jets. Okay, since we have to speak on the subject, just let me run a few things out there real quick. How I really feel about Kansas City, right?
Go ahead.
You already paid a kid who was pure and hard, pure quarterback, great genetics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think it's A-Rod, his godfather or something. Come on, man.
Yeah,
he's ready. He's bred for this kind of success. He's focused. He has an arm that makes every throw with legs. Then he just loves killing you, right? And the speed on that offense. Oh, they want to outrun you and catch the ball. I've never seen an offense like that before.
Do you feel like there's a chance the Jets could slow them up any?
Let me finish. You're trying to present questions that aren't even possible at this moment. The only way they had was having Adams, and they traded him. They're like, that was all you had, bro. Le'Veon Bell is now with the Chiefs.
I think that's a ooh-wee.
That is a sneaky. What are you doing? I know people got even more upset. When I see that, I say, man, the rich got richer. Then
Control.
you got the draft pick. You got Le'Veon. You start to develop a defense. You got premier pass rushers. You got the muscle hamster over there. You got.
They are your life.
This can get really,
and you know,
really ugly.
Would you pick
really
Bell?
Bad. Say that again.
Would you pick Bell?
Not first week.
Yeah, I still feel like Edwards-Helaire is really the guy they want to get the ball to this time.
But Le'Veon is good, great backup. Le'Veon can easily come in and take over like Fournette will do down the Tampa as the season goes on. So, two-back systems are the thing now. Le'Veon has always been about preserving his body. He still got the money that he was looking for. Excuse me. He still got the money that he was looking for. So, Kansas City's gonna kill him. But I gotta talk about Gates real quick. Cut it out. Get him out of there. Right? Like, why is this dude there? He's horrible. He had a great draft pick, great quarterback you brought in. He's running the team. Get Gates out of there. Like, why is he even still there? There's certain dudes you see come in, they keep getting these jobs. There's too many people who play football. There's too many smart guys in the world.
Would
too
you
many
even
smart
hire him
football guys.
as an assistant? I said, would you even hire him as an assistant?
Please get him out of this from head coaching, all right? I don't even want to talk about him being an assistant. Just get his dude. Hey, what's up with his face? Like, I don't even talk about people like that. But if he wasn't so snobby towards everybody, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't act like, we know you come from a football hierarchy, but what are you doing over here with the Jets, bro? Le'Veon ain't there. Adams ain't there. Next game.
All right. The Rams at Miami.
You was waiting on us. Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out. This is probably the most interesting game of the day, not just because Tua.
Why?
But once I looked at the stats, it was like, okay, there might actually be a game.
Miami ain't horrible.
No.
Shouts out to all the Dolphins fans, because boy,
Miami's defense is third in points per game given up. And look at some of the recent scores, they've actually played a lot better. What was the last game? Oh yeah, they played which I guess isn't. But the Rams defense, man. 6th in total defense, 2nd in points per game. You got your mans. I'm still having a hard time seeing Miami being successful. By the time they get to the third, yeah, they gonna get to the third quarter and have to keep going with it, trying to figure out a way to.
Okay, Aaron Donald dominates the interior of that line easily. You don't have, not only got to look out for Aaron Donald.
Man, what,
you
they got Fowler, they got
yeah. Oh my God, Sean McVay, ATL ho.
I thought this was an interesting stat. Jared Goff is 19-12 away from LA.
Okay, the Rams win. That is not even a question if they win or not. They're one of the tougher teams in the league, and they're coming out of that division from the NFC West. The question ain't the question ain't who wins this game. I see you trying to rank up jargon to make the game more exciting. It's not going to be. The Rams are going to win the game, right?
Right.
The question that you have: does Tua look good? That's really what you're trying to get to, right?
Yeah.
How does Tua do with that stout Ram defensive line?
How about
Tua
this?
looks
I have
decent.
a better question for you. How does Devontae Parker look against Jalen Ramsey?
Is that a real thing?
Ramsey.
Is that a real thing?
Kind of.
Ramsey has been playing a lot of the slide. They move him around more. Devontae Parker's going to get his numbers. I expect Tua to target him a lot.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the fantasy side of it, he may be a guy that you slide in. I wouldn't go with Tua. I would take a Goff.
Maybe Cup or Higbee, something like this.
Yeah. I would even, you could possibly take the Rams defense because Tua's so green that it's very possible for him to have, we see a lot of rookie quarterbacks first time come out, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Rams defense is
One goes to the house.
3,800.
Okay.
Which is actually decent considering. A lot of times they're like, do that, they have a defense at 46.
Okay. Yeah. Rams win. Rams win pretty stoutly. I like the brother down there in Miami. He is turning over the culture. Aren't they 3-3 right now? But let me talk about send Fitzpatrick home. Because after making a video like that, you're a grown man, dog. Go home. If you're gonna cry about it, go home. Just go home, bro. Like, we don't know who wants to hear that. You up there with this huge lumberjack beard being sensitive. Did you see? Come on, bro. I lost my dude. And after that, that's all I got to say about that. I hope this goes viral. Fitzpatrick home. Because there's no way you can teach Tua, help the man, and you sitting and talking about how you lost your job. And come on, man. Tua's a wonderful athletic specimen from a great family. He got a little bro got a you already knew what it was from the word say go.
Okay. Well then we can move to another interesting game.
Let's get on to the real game of the Sunday.
Yeah, this is gonna be the one. I believe they're at Baltimore, correct? They are. Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
Yeah.
This is gonna be.
This is a real game.
This is gonna be one of them games. If you don't like defense, you don't like low scoring, you might as well go on somewhere. This is gonna be hit you in your chest and in your mouth. You know what I mean? You at 1 yard on a rushing play, but to get thick with it, Pittsburgh's defense, first in yards allowed, 6 in points allowed. Baltimore's defense, 9th in yards allowed, 1st in points allowed. So you basically got two of the best defenses. But Baltimore, first in rushing, 31st in passing. Which, I mean, that's not surprising or anything, but what I'm trying to figure out here is, does Pittsburgh just shut Baltimore down? Is that what it's looking like? Or does,
Boy, stop. Are you posing a question?
I'm just posing a question because we know that's not true. They're not just going to shut Baltimore down, but if they can stop the run, we've seen this happen with Jackson where they don't look that great if they can't run that ball.
You done?
Go ahead.
Got any more points?
Well, I'm just wondering what the turnout might be.
Action. Lamar Jackson rips Pittsburgh.
So you would make a Jackson lineup this week?
Definitely. Okay, I like the outfit and everything. Pittsburgh, tough, bravado, great. Action Jackson is gonna rip him because if he can't beat Kansas City consistently yet, he has to whip Pittsburgh though. Big Ben's numbers are inflated in a way. Like I've seen Big Ben make some very bad throws this year. Like
they basically almost let Tennessee come back and win the game.
Okay. Now let's on that defense. That defense is stout in Baltimore. They're serious. 22 can't wait to see him at corner.
Peter. Yeah.
Laying on him.
I really think this is gonna be a 12 to 13.
Zone B.
You're thinking wrong.
You think it's gonna be high scoring?
I don't think it's gonna be 12 to 13. I'm thinking early 20s, 24, 21. Action could run away with it. I'm taking Action Lamar Jackson in this one. If you're asking me the question between Action Jackson or Big Ben at quarterback, which one I'm taking Action. You're asking me who defense I'm taking. I'm taking Baltimore. I think the running game, I think Baltimore's going to out physical them. I can be wrong. The Steelers do have some receivers that are coming out of nowhere. I don't know what these guys would receive.
You talking about Claypool, like the dude from Notre Dame?
Oh my God! How do they keep doing it?
I don't know.
Like year after year, they develop.
Yeah, they got the other guy. I think he from Oklahoma State. What's that boy name? Like Deontay Johnson.
They develop them. They develop them over there.
Would you take some Baltimore receivers or tight ends?
He really just throws to the tight end. I'm expecting Hollywood Brown to blow eventually.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, he's only 6,100, so you're not really like.
I'm expecting it. Okay, I'll stack Hollywood. Hollywood may have a great day. I just think Baltimore. I think Baltimore's going to be serious. I think they got a lot of pieces. Defense looks great. I think because they're home, even though you didn't got the crowd noise, I think Action plays very well. I think he throws decisive. This is going to be a very physical matchup. A lot of great hits, maybe some fumbles, maybe some turnovers. I'm counting on Big Ben throwing the ball to the wrong person. I've seen Big Ben make some throws this year. I was like, bro. Why? So, yeah, I'm taking Baltimore. And for the fantasy question, I'm taking Action.
Okay.
I'm taking Action. Because that's how I feel about it. And I just, in my gut, I think he has a great day. So this next matchup, this is one of the ones that these are the kind that you like. You know. Chargers in Denver.
Okay.
Go ahead, Denver.
Well, I saw the game last week.
Okay.
I saw some of it. We had to go to the stove. I came back and saw the second half, and it was very sad. I do think I like Locke from a talent perspective. They can't run the ball, and then when they do, it's just awkward to watch them play offense. It's just awkward. I mean, yeah, they've had some injuries and stuff, but it's just they keep leaving their defense on the field, and the turnovers are just
atrocious.
I mean, Denver's defense is still 8th in total defense, but their offense, they're 27th in points and total yards. So they not moving
How do
the
they
ball.
do it, man?
I don't know.
And
But
they fire Vance so quick. And Vance got Arizona defense looking. Oh my.
yeah, and I'm thinking if they turn the ball over Sunday, the Chargers are 5th in passing yards per game, 4th in total yards. Herbert's got a 74 QBR. You're only 6 points behind Russell Wilson. The dude has been just going ham. And I'm having a hard time trying to figure out how Denver has a chance. Because you turning over the ball, you can't move the ball. You can't keep putting Keenan Allen and them folks on the field like that.
Control.
It's not sweet. And we're at the point in the season where people are playing for jobs, they're playing for positions already. Because you know you're not finna go nowhere. So are they going to come out and play hard, or are they just going to get whooped? But the Chargers defense, I mean, they're not that dude. They've been letting people score. They're letting in 25 points per game. They not even middle of the road. They kind of even behind that. I think their numbers are like in and around 20 something. I didn't write it down, but it's like this could be a high scoring game if Denver can score. More likely what's gonna happen. Defense gets left out on the field. Because Allen is a man, and you don't. I mean, that takes up one guy, but that guy Guyton can fly. You got Hunter Henry. The guy from UCLA they drafted, Joshua Kelly. He's a nice piece. I really think you can stack the Chargers. If you feel brave, you can put some Broncos in there. Hey, live your life. You only get one. I would.
Well, I think that's about a wrap. I just would let you have that one because we know the Chargers, man.
Yeah.
Denver doesn't look good. It may be a sneaky great game. You know, one of those games you watch.
It could be, and something I didn't mention in some of these games. Some of these games are division games, and that's
a lot of them division games. So
you never know. Like you never know. Like a Minnesota could show up for whatever reason, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't do that. So
see, I was waiting on that.
Okay, all right. Hey, come on, bro. Come on, all right. Minnesota can show up. Minnesota can show up for some reason. That's enough for me. New Orleans at Chicago.
So, I think Chicago's 10 total yards.
Zone B.
Then you look at their offense.
Have advantage.
28th in yards, 26 in points per game. Nick Foles' QBR is 50. So, yeah, Trubisky was like 20 something. So it is an improvement, but Orland's offense, 30 points per game, 11th in yards. He's has a QBR of 80. It seems like right about. Don't really see a way. I think this is the same as the Denver decent defense. There's only so much you can do.
Zone C captured.
Only so much you can do. But let me pull up the old roster here and see who's hurt.
Okay, so while you putting up the roster, I'm gonna break it down. New Orleans defensive line is scary. And as a Falcons fan, I hate saying it, but I'm being objective. Michael Thomas is returning.
He's out.
Oh my God! I thought he was out.
Emmanuel Sanders is out from COVID-19.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I thought Thomas was coming back.
See, the article I came across. he got in a fight with somebody on the team, and that was the other reason. And then he had a hamstring after that. So it was the ankle at first, right? Then he got in a fight.
Ankle at first.
Mm-hmm. Then he got in a fight, and then after that, it was hamstring.
Changing my whole synopsis.
I mean, Breeze proved what? Who did they play last week?
Chicago still ain't got no line though.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. New Orleans numbers for defense, like, they're not sorry.
Oh my God. They're not playing no defense at all. They're really holds them in the line. Chicago come up with bad loss. Chicago's defense looks really, really vulnerable. Monday?
Yeah.
They look vulnerable Monday.
I mean,
their defense shows that you can run at them.
Yeah.
Right? You can run at that defense. Alvin Kamara, ATL.
Yeah, I would. I tell you what would be a good.
Breeze Kamara.
You could go Kamara, at least Kamara and Henry. Kamara, Henry, and Lamar Jackson. Ooh. That was crazy.
I'll take Cam Henry.
Yeah, because the Saints have some receivers that are barely 3,000, so you could sneak one of them. And I think Callaway was the one last week that ate real good.
And as far as the game is concerned,
I think it's a 50-50.
I'm taking New Orleans. Yeah, Chicago loses 2 in a row. Chicago loses this one. New Orleans is going to outplay them. Unless, you know, it seems like people figured out if you run at Chicago's defense, they're not so dead.
Yeah, remember, I think it was last year, played in UK. The Raiders played the Bears, and we were like, we thought the Bears had it. When we checked out the game, Gruden was like, yeah, I'm going to run right at Mac.
Oh, remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and whipped them.
You could, Latavius Murray could be somebody that could possibly be real good. They're inside runners. They really don't have no receivers to throw to like that. I mean, they are NFL players. Talking about lineups, Latavius Murray might be a steal. I don't think he gets more yards than Kamara, but you could throw him in your flex if you're going strong everywhere else. We are talking about Adams pretty much being a lot. That's they have to fill some holes. Murray could be a good.
Murray can do that. Murray can.
But I think you're right. I really don't see in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. This game could be close, but I don't know. I think the Bears can't move the ball. I think it's that simple.
Yeah, incapable of moving the ball with a line like it's impossible. You cannot move the ball with a line like that. Not at all. So you gotta roll with them on that. Yeah. Let's move on to a fight that'll match up. San Francisco at Seattle.
Gains the lead.
First off, you got every starter out, and they just physical, they just gritty. First off, San Francisco always fool people with that gold and red, right? Yeah. And they have always had a wonderful culture. Like even when they were bad, they were still kind of good. You know what I'm saying? So they're physical, but it's Seattle, and Russell Wilson threw 3 last week, and they just lost in that division. And you had another injury last week.
Yeah, he's first in points per game, total yards, second in passing yards, Russell Wilson QBR of 80. He has a 51-16 record now. I did not find his divisional record, but I mean,
hey, Russ,
You have zone
But
Man,
San
Russ might
Francisco's
win it all this
defense
shit,
is
man.
5th in total yards and points per game.
Russ might win it all, man. Shouts out to my son. You know, he's a Seattle fan. Great choice. Great choice. He chose him with the Legion of Boom. Like, he just wasn't feeling that whole Falcon thing, right? Great. I'm some great choice. If he turned into a Seattle fan, and I couldn't resist the Marshawn, Russ. You know, Chancellor. Come on, man. You can't even be mad at that.
Seattle's defense
Russ
is dead
might-
last in like every category though.
They need a pass rush. Bad.
Well, they just got done.
They don't have nobody in that
playing this
fourth.
week.
They don't have nobody in that fourth quarter to really strike fear in your heart so you can get a blitz on the backside.
Yeah.
At least somebody to cause a double team. They got great cats there. They have bend don't break defense, and Kyler Murray broke him last week, and then he actually broke him with a smile. Cause that it showed that thing when he saw your boy Hopkins cutting down the line, man coverage, and he just hit him. And but Kyler Murray's a special quarterback. That's not going to happen every week. San Francisco has too many people out. Seattle has to bounce back off of a bad loss. I'm taking Seattle over.
You think it's a close game though?
Zone C lost.
It's always every game in that division is
Falling
close.
behind.
Look at that division.
Yeah.
First off,
That's a rough road.
Seattle, San Fran, Rams, Arizona, tough division. All those games are good. Every single one of them. So you gotta, you kind of gotta gauge it how it goes. But I'm taking Seattle in this one. Not a second one later on this year, maybe another. When people start to come back, and San Francisco is at home. I'm starting to say it, Candlestick. Remember Candlestick?
Wow. Candlestick.
Let's not even do that today. Let's not even do that.
No, not this time.
Oh, Candlestick Park. But
it's the only path to
Barry Bonds was there at the same time too. Today was good. Everybody forgets that.
Yeah.
Like Barry Bonds was the man at the same time the Niners was doing their thing in the same park.
Okay.
Seattle wins at home.
This is the only game I didn't have notes on because I felt like it didn't need notes.
Okay.
The night game is going to be Dallas at Philadelphia.
Why you ain't say home? That's crazy. Why didn't they need notes?
Because it's Dallas at Philadelphia. Like this could get ugly. And Philadelphia ain't even that dude like that. But I'm trying to figure out how you feel about Dallas. Because I saw that game last Sunday, and that made an impression on me that hadn't been felt in a long time. Them boys in Dallas.
Why they ain't help the man up? Why they ain't help the man up?
Bro, they let him get killed, and they were just like, oh, you straight?
Bruh, no, they weren't like, oh, you straight.
But no, like, they did it from afar, like, oh, I hope he okay. Like, that would be like your man's, like, y'all downtown. We're not talking about he just bumped into something or kind of tripped. Oh, man, you straight? Oh, yeah, I'm cool. No, we're talking about he gets hit by a car and you just keep walking like, hey, man, you good? All right,
No,
I'll meet
like
you in there.
That's like you turned around, you heard some wrestling going.
See, here you go.
You heard some wrestling, right? You turn around, you look at your man, okay? Your man done been knocked out. And you still go home with the girl like it ain't nothing. Or you sit there and watch the bouncers pick him up. Yeah, you don't jump. That was bad, man. I don't know what Dallas does after that.
Yeah, because all they've talked about all week is, McCarthy isn't the guy and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, man, you hearing all that talk. I really don't think McCarthy's a bad coach. I think he's got a bad situation. I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you do? Like, do you fire him? Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
Fire McCarthy?
Yeah.
You don't fire McCarthy this summer. First off, McCarthy just got there. McCarthy done won the Super Bowl. You don't fire McCarthy right now. You allow McCarthy to go. You got to let him get. Let's get this out of the way. They should have paid Dak.
why they
going to
didn't
pay
play that. And now it's so apparent that you were so wrong about that.
in so many different ways because the
And then
team.
you thought Andy Dalton was going to be a good backup.
Andy
Hey,
Dalton.
get off of that. Hold on. Leave that alone. Cats done came in here. See, here they go.
We live.
I know.
Andy
But,
Dalton.
yeah.
That's my cat. You see, you know he know.
Yeah.
So Andy Dalton, they pay Andy Dalton pretty well to be a backup. But at the same time, you don't have a line. Their line has changed over. The defense is pretty much in a bad way. They've been in a bad way all season. Zeke is turning the ball over. And Carson Wentz is an unstoppable force at quarterback. And I wasn't a huge Carson Wentz guy.
Yeah.
But I think his grittiness over the past 2 years have showed me that Carson Wentz is the real deal.
Yeah,
Carson Wentz really is the
he
real deal,
keeps
bro.
standing in there and getting killed and making
Standing.
throws somehow, and I have no idea how.
Carson Wentz throws the ball too. He put it on you. Carson Wentz is putting it on you. Boom. Boom. So that's how he stays surviving with the kind of receivers that he had.
Mm-hmm.
And then their defense remains consistently stout.
Yeah, they were making some
Consistently
plays.
stout.
Now,
Big Fletcher Cox, man. Hold on, Big Fletcher Cox.
okay, but at
And hold them to your
the
last
same
breath.
time, if Ingram catches the ball, we're having a different.
Okay.
So I'm putting it out there, but I do like the Eagles' defense. I think they're gonna. If they thought it was rough against the Redskins, it might get worse for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I really don't see a way.
Yeah.
I don't see a way that Dallas wins. Oh, not only that,
I don't
Dalton's
think-
not
I
playing.
don't think the Skins are horrible.
No, well, the Skins aren't horrible. What I'm saying is, like, Philadelphia's going to be coming for them, and they're starting Nachi. I don't know how you pronounce the guy's
First
name.
off, no, you're wrong. The Washington football team. I
Oh,
don't
sorry,
think that
the Washington football team.
is bad. Shouts to Peyton Barber, too. I don't think the Washington football team is bad. I just don't think they got it all quite together yet. Riviera just finished the cancer thing, so we don't know how much that was taken away from him. Got good quarterbacks. Once the young boys learn how to read the playbook, that piece is there. And they got a the defensive line full of draft picks. You ever seen the rundown of what them dudes was drafted at on defense? Like, they got 6 first rounders. It's just crazy. Like, some of
They
the
got
big
Chase
sweated
Young over
boys
there.
over there. Come on, man. It's only a matter of time for them. If Dallas, it's only a matter of time for them. Like, they're only like a few pieces away. It's probably a full off season, and watch out for Washington, man. Watch out for Washington. And Philadelphia wins. When we talk fantasy, you can take Carson. Carson may slice him. I don't even. No offense to professionals, I don't even too much know the other guy. But they are consistent.
Ertz is on IR. Goddard's on IR. They got
Yeah, Big Ertz, man. As soon as they get Big Ertz back, they gonna be a problem.
Deshaun might. Now, I didn't ever figure out. Deshaun went out late in that game. Nobody ever figured out if he's playing this week. They're not on the draft. Yeah. Eagles. I would take anybody on the Eagles offense, and you pretty much.
You would?
Yeah, because I mean Dallas can't. It's not just that they. It's Dallas. I don't see them doing anything anytime soon. They clearly don't care, and I don't blame them.
And it could be a lot of low key picks and really cheap.
Yeah.
You know, that'll go ahead and catapult you. That'll go in and catapult your lineup. So I can see that. Dallas, I wouldn't count Zeke out from having a good day. I don't believe in anybody else.
Well, they are starting to rip the quarterback, so we'll see if he can play.
You gotta give Zeke the ball a lot. You gotta give Zeke the ball. You gotta hit him out the backfield. I like Zeke. I really want Zeke to turn around the whole fact that he's putting the ball on the ground. I don't even know where this came from because he was almost sure-handed before this point. I'm thinking it's the weight of the whole Dak thing. Like, why wouldn't you pay this man? Really, why is you treating this man like the man we never talk about, the name we shouldn't say? Nah, man, because Kirk Cousins, tag, make a lot of money. Then you get him for 80 some odd, all guaranteed. I'm dang, looking like, are you serious? These dudes keep getting checks, and they playing with my check, and I don't know why. I just don't know. And I think the weight of that, and you paying D-linemen, I think the weight of that kind of hovers over the team somewhat.
Yeah.
Because your quarterback ain't secure. And then you see this guy be such a stand-up guy, and the pieces around him are falling apart.
I don't know what the Monday night game is.
Well, that's not going to fall into that first category as far as the fantasy that you could play.
Oh, it's Tampa Bay and New York. Yeah, Tampa Bay's. Hey, leave it. Cut it out.
Tampa Bay and New York.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's gonna do what we think they're gonna do. They're not gonna be playing around. They ain't gonna be playing. They gonna kill them. Tomorrow.
Let's go ahead and roll through them boys real quick. Let me take the pain first.
Okay.
I am a Georgia Tech fan.
Notre Dame at Georgia Tech is at 2:30.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the NCAA real quick.
I'll be watching.
Notre Dame looked pretty good last week. They crushed Pittsburgh. You got your man Ian Book. They got some big bodies. They got a nice squad.
See, my man's in there. Tell him I said what up. He know. So,
I'll come mess with you in a minute.
Tech. I hope we don't suffer too many injuries.
I mean, I don't see a line on it. Hold on. Let's see if we can find a line on it. Okay, here we go. Notre Dame's favored by 20.5. Over under 59.
Well, okay, so.
Yeah, y'all are allowing 479 yards a game right now.
Why you got to get into all that?
Look, points allowed
Like,
per
I'm
game, 41.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I'm sorry.
Rambling wreck till I die, baby. Don't do Georgia Tech like that. We going through. We in a transition period.
Yeah.
We transitioning right now.
I don't want to read off your previous 5 games because I don't want to make you upset.
No, don't do that. 'Cause you got to talk about them.
Yeah, this one, I mean, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see. A&M, I believe, is playing Mississippi State. No, they're not playing Mississippi State. They're playing Arkansas.
It's Alabama.
Arkansas. A&M's favored by 14.
That's an easy win. Come on now.
They now Arkansas has been playing everybody tough now.
Arkansas is good. Arkansas played Georgia though.
Should we talk about Mond?
That's your team, man.
Okay, Mond has played better. He's got
Mond is playing good ball this year.
He's playing good ball. 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They're averaging 420 yards a game on offense, like 28 points a game. Arkansas is not playing around. Arkansas's last 5, they lost to Missouri 24-14. They lost to Georgia 37-10. They lost to Mississippi State 21-14. Auburn 30-28. Ole Miss 33 or they beat Ole Miss 33-21. So they're not getting blown out. A&M got wrecked at Alabama. Other than that, they beat Florida at home. They skated against Vanderbilt. and they beat Mississippi State 28-14. So I mean, it looks good so far. I mean, everybody loses to Alabama. You can't be mad about that. You just got to take that L. This is a game they should win.
Okay.
Having said that, Arkansas's defense has given people problems.
Arkansas played Georgia really, really tough, man.
They
I thought it was an L to about like the third quarter. Remember that?
Yeah, and they
couple turnovers.
They barely lost to Auburn. They gave Ole Miss the business. Now remember, Alabama could not stop Ole Miss. Arkansas was not having it. And remember, Mississippi State, after beating LSU, went to Arkansas, and Arkansas was not having it. They held them to like 14 points. So, yeah, exactly 14 points. They beat them 21-14. So I wouldn't be surprised at an upset in this game, but I think A&M should win. They need to win. Because you know how they feel. They really think in College Station they could be Alabama. Well, these are the games you need to be winning. You know, and it's because it's just that's how people feel. It's the same way like in Michigan. They think they're Alabama too. And they can't even beat Ohio State. Hate to say that.
Right. You know what? You didn't have to do them boys like that. Stop.
Truth is true.
Why did you? Why you? Right.
Because what was the dude? Shea Patterson.
But you didn't have to do. You don't stay focused.
Okay.
Stay focused.
I think A&M will win. It's the night game. It's in College Station. Arkansas is going to give them hell.
Okay, I thought that's the conclusion. Because the whole fact that you put a samurai sword through Michigan.
Because it's the truth, man. They can't beat Ohio State, and all they are is the A&M of the North. They love the tradition. They love their program. They think they should be bigger than they are, and it's like, bro, if you were, then you'd have done it.
You're Naruto, Michigan.
I'm sorry.
And come on, man.
I didn't want to be.
Did you have to?
I kind of did.
Did you have to do them like
because
that?
I want A&M to win too,
agree.
but when y'all play the top teams, you don't win. So you can't put yourself in that conversation.
I agree as well.
Yeah.
A&M wins. Not big.
No. It's going to be a 28-27. Like, you're going to get nervous at the end. Like, oh, shit. Here we go.
A&M wins. Not huge. But they, they look.
Here, come here.
All right. It's going to be a very competitive game.
You want to get in the camera? Say what's up.
Bring him up here because he got my voice.
You know, as soon as he hears you on the phone, here he come. All right, I will come mess with you in a little while. I promise.
How you feel about Mississippi State and Alabama? I don't.
It's gonna be their first game without Waddle, though.
That's one of the ones kind of washed through quickly. Alabama beats them. Alabama beats them by 30.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Alabama's favored by 30 points.
They are favored by 30? I didn't even know that.
The over-under is 64, so they really think they are going to beat
Oh my God, they really think they lose them by 50 then.
Man.
I didn't even know. You know I didn't know that, right? I didn't even know that.
Listen, without Waddle, I really think they're just going to run the ball and try to punk them. I would not be surprised if this is a closer game than you think. I'm not going to be surprised. You losing Waddle, Mississippi State is just going to try to put 80,000 people in the box and stuff them. And I've said this before, I think Mac Jones kind of skates.
Bro, that's hyperbole. Cut it out.
Okay. I would not be surprised, man. I'm just being honest.
Okay. So how close are we talking? 50 to 28?
No, the most likely scenario is that you'll have to turn it off and make your kids leave the room because it'll be that bad. However,
are you talking about like a Mississippi State close to where Ole Miss to where they just kind of jump out and share
Alabama's defense is not good.
Until Alabama chooses to put their foot on your neck,
Okay, look, I'm not saying Mississippi's going to win. I'm just saying it's actually more probable than you think because Alabama's defense. Remember what happened versus Ole Miss? I saw that game. Ole Miss has not scored on anybody else like that. So I'm just not gonna be surprised if Mississippi State comes out ready to play. Because you have to deal with that Mike Leach stuff. They throwing the ball 50,000 times. Saban gonna get the yelling. I'm just saying if in the first quarter Mississippi State scores and they moving the ball.
Okay, okay. In the first quarter, they score and move the ball. All right.
He said, "Look, that's gonna be the only score they get." I'm trying to make it look. There has to be. I think there's gonna be an adjustment period without Waddle. I don't think they can just blow them out in the first quarter.
Bruh, listen to what I'm Vegas.
Negative, boy. 30 points.
By 30.
I think.
That's all I'm saying.
Najee Harris. If you're playing college football fantasy tomorrow, my team I made has Najee Harris. If I could play him more than once,
oh my God. Second prototype running back I would be Najee Harris.
Bro, he is not playing.
Where does he get him from?
I don't know. Those guys growing
Where
trees.
Does he get him from?
They were. I read the article about Waddle, and they got 2 other kids they got in the top 100 ESPN that are just basically
that's what I'm saying. You talking about Waddle's out. They got 5 more of them.
And what are they? What? Like how?
Waddle's out. Like, okay.
I'm just saying.
They got 5 more of them. They literally was losing to Georgia 2 years in a row. Went to the backup and won.
Yeah.
On to the next matchup.
Let's go to. Oh, I know what game. Ohio State at Penn State. It's gonna be at 6:30.
I know you was laying on that one.
I don't know how to feel. Penn State got beat by Indiana. Now they got Ohio State by 10.5. I don't know how to feel because you know these. The Big Ten is famous for this, bro. The Big Ten is famous for this. Ohio State is famous for taking an L for no reason at all. And I'm not saying they should have lost to Nebraska. They didn't play well, but I just wouldn't be surprised if they go into Happy Valley and it's a little tougher than you think. I still think Ohio State wins because Fields look like a man on a mission. You look like a man on a mission, but this is what the Big Ten's famous for.
I got a question for you without looking at your notes.
Yes.
Who's Penn State quarterback?
Sean Clifford.
Oh, good. Very good. Very good.
I played fantasy football in college too, and it's hard to keep up with all them players.
That was very good.
Penn State could be ready to play. I really don't see them winning. I really don't. But I think this could get interesting.
I think they can get the brakes beat off of them and Happy Valley.
You get embarrassed. You know when they pan to the crowd and you always see somebody that looks like they about to just jump off the roof because their team losing.
Why are they ranked that high? Like,
they were ranked 9 last week and lost to Indiana.
This COVID season. That's what I'm saying because I watched the Indiana game.
Yeah, and they lost now.
The way Indiana's quarterback was putting that thing on them.
Yeah. What's his name? Michael Penix Jr., right? That's his name?
Killed them.
Yeah. I am interested in seeing that game. That's going to be an interesting game.
The game can be very interesting for 2 quarters.
But that's usually what happens in the Big Ten when people play Ohio State. The first quarter, you'd be like, you know what Penn State really might do?
Man, 2 quarters.
And then an hour later, you watching Netflix.
Done, because they done ran up 30.
Quick, too.
Quick. And they just got a field goal. You like, you know what, man, this was the last game of the night.
Yeah, what was it last year? It was the Michigan State game.
I can't believe Penn State didn't show up again.
Oh, my God.
How many times you just said that to yourself?
Bruh, last year was the Michigan State game. And I'm like, you know what Michigan State might do? Saquon, yeah, yep.
Okay.
And in the first quarter, you were like, boy, they might.
And then
it'd be like, bro, I'm glad I'm not a Penn State fan because it'd have been horrible to feel that way. And it's going to be funny to see that camera pan to that crowd. Fields runs in again, and you always see somebody that looks so distraught.
Let's go to deep in the heart of Texas.
Okay. Texas. Texas at 3:00 in Stillwater.
In the heart of Texas.
Oklahoma State is number 6 somehow. I don't know. That's what we're here to discuss.
Prime for a beating. Texas beats Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Upset call.
Because the last time we had this discussion, North Carolina was like number 5, and we were like, when did that happen?
Why is Oklahoma State? Come on. Because my man got a mullet?
I don't know. Now they do got Chuba Hubbard. He's pretty good running back.
Texas beat them. Yeah, Hubbard is good though. I can't look. I ain't taking
Well, you called it. The line is only 3.5.
Texas beats them in upset, and if I was a gambling man, I'm putting money on Texas.
Yeah, I would put a 20 on it. I would put a 20
easily.
Because once again, these are teams that are famous for that. At the end of the year, they're like, "Oh, we only lost once." Yeah, you got blown out by Texas, and now you want to claim you still top 10? Like, no. This is not.
And go on TV.
Yeah.
Have a press conference.
I love what's his name, Mike Gundy. I like how he was the guy.
You like his mullet.
They were talking mess about one of his players, and he was like, "Why don't you come after me? I'm a man. I'm a man." You remember that?
I love the strength, the alpha male, the come after me, the I got a mullet, the mullet is curly.
Yeah, that was good times.
The mullet is wet. Have you ever seen a wet mullet? See, the mullet wet. Think about that.
Why does he still rock that though? Why?
When you look at
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, there it is. They got a video of it, and it's like, dude, just get a regular haircut or something. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I guess people got to be different, man. They got to have their style, and that's how I feel.
Did I hate?
I'm not hating either, but I'm trying to understand it, and I can't.
I just want you to pay attention to the mullet is wet. Just remember that tomorrow, okay? The mullet is wet.
Are they having? Do they still do college game day in COVID?
I don't know what kind of talent it takes, or how great. Because I'm not a hair guy. I don't really grow hair. I've been cutting it down. You know, I go long. You know what I mean? I can grow hair. First of all, let me take that for my kid. We've never seen you hair when they grow hair. I can grow hair, but I can't grow the kind of hair that can hold wetness.
Would you ever rock a wig with it?
You talking about like the lace front joints, dudes?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Would you ever rock any kind of joint?
As far as what? Like, that's such a weird question.
I don't know. Would you put like a fro on it? Would you put like some Jerry curl with it? I don't know.
To rock on a daily basis?
I mean, I ain't never thought about it.
Like I'm coming out the house with my girl today. Hey, they do got lace front wigs though.
No, I wouldn't.
They do got all that.
I can't see you rocking that. I just had to ask.
And I don't have hair, and they gotta give me hair. Okay. But as far as me, like, yo, I'm gonna rock that curl today. You know, I'm rocking what's my man name? What's my man name? Uptown Funky Walk.
Bruno Mars. Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm gonna rock the Bruno Mars. No, never.
The high
Never.
hungry, brother. Don't let him touch you.
All right.
Bring a sponge.
I think we got off topic.
All right, let's
Super
move on to
good.
boxing, man. We gotta move on to boxing.
No, we still got 2 games.
Why are you not ready for boxing? We didn't got no 2 more games.
Okay, well then super quick. Clemson at Boston College. Trevor Lawrence has COVID.
That ain't even no game. That's what I'm trying to get rid of.
What about Memphis at Cincinnati? Feel any way about that?
That's my pick. Now that's my pick for the most exciting game that you're probably gonna watch tomorrow.
Yeah, Cincinnati number 7.
Cincinnati always put up a ton of points. And then I forgot about it. I forgot about it, and I was the one excited about it.
It is going to be on ESPN.
Because they know that they can end up being like 67 to 65. And a defensive stop win the game. Like, that's that. Memphis and Cincinnati. I'm taking Memphis, by the way. Yes. Super Brady.
I really don't know much about either team. I will be watching.
Memphis, always speeded receiver. I'm taking Memphis. And I got a bigger question. Why the hell is Cincinnati 7?
Why we here? That's why we're here, because I have no idea why.
Because the Pac-12 ain't playing yet.
Oh yeah, okay. When are they?
They should be playing here soon. I'm not sure.
I thought they were the late November start.
Or I don't even know how they can pull that off and still be a part of the playoff championship. Unless they just doing college, unless they just doing conference championships. And then that be it. I'm not sure how it's going. Yeah, that's I'm taking them. Yeah,
we actually the golf. Forgot about that.
Tiger Woods.
I do not know what. Oh, it's suspended somehow.
Okay.
Something must have happened.
You're clear.
Tiger Woods.
Who the champion?
I don't even know if they playing. Are they playing?
It said suspended. I'm trying to.
I said okay. Tiger Woods.
Let me hide you. Where is Woods?
While you're looking for that, I'm going to talk about
the
most. Before I get to that, did you know that there was a sport called extreme ironing? So I should have been the professional extreme ironing athlete.
Wait, what do you mean ironing? Like ironing your shirt?
Extreme ironing, bro.
But how does it get extreme? You have to put your hand on it or something? Okay, explain this to me. Extreme ironing.
They have a whole bureau. Like this extreme ironing is a complete sport. Okay? That's all I gotta say about it.
Is it something I can watch on YouTube?
Okay, the gist to it is, let me explain. The gist to it is you have to iron in different places.
Oh.
So I'm ironing the best I can press my shirt in the deep dark cave. First off, is my iron battery powered? I got so many questions.
Okay, I feel.
You should, and that's why I'm bringing up this, so you and the people can look up and support extreme ironing athletes, because as we know, it is a talent to press a great shirt. And not only do we know that it's a talent to press a great shirt, if I press a great shirt while riding in a hot air balloon, I'm the shit. I might try that. Damn, I done convinced myself that I should do extreme iron. But I'm giving you homework.
I have to know more. Hold on, I'm writing this down.
You should write it down.
Because I didn't even think.
You should support it.
I didn't know you were going to say something like that.
I was telling you we was gonna do sports that nobody knows as well. So this week's sport that is little known to us, but it does have media coverage. It does have a whole extreme
media coverage.
Bruh, extreme ironing.
I can't wait.
You heard it here first from Saran. Extreme ironing.
Really like, bro, I saw your stream, nigga. Y'all was talking about extreme ironing, bro.
Saran House, Facebook. I'm a genius. The extreme ironing is the new NFL.
Easy, take it easy. It's a new NFL? Boys out there look really good, dude.
Hey, I gotta go there with it. When you check it out next week, we'll discover what homework you did on the stream with Iron.
Okay, I will have next week. I think what I'll do is I'll stream. This was a good test run. But I'm gonna have to pull up a YouTube video of people ironing and getting it.
Extreme ironing. Let's get into the last serious order of the night. One of my favorites. From one of my favorite camps. Javante Davis. My man Leo Santa Cruz.
That's gonna be Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That is tomorrow night. 9 o'clock.
That's for the lightweight title.
Pay-per-view. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man Javante Davis on the boy for Rob. Very talented. Very quick hand. The lightweight division deep. All those smaller weights right now deep. You know what I'm saying? You got heavyweights. Everybody's forgetting you in a golden era of boxing. Leo Santa Cruz is a thorough fighter. This is gonna be great. I ain't hating on the boys getting their paper over there. Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather, Tank Davis. They love pay-per-view. They dropping it on pay-per-view again. Support these. This is a black representation. Support it if you can. I'm a Mayweather guy. Always have been. You know that. Everybody knows that. Been on Mayweather since the 96 Olympics. Love money too. Javante Tank Davis is the next one up from the hood in Baltimore. To be so small, he carries a lot of power. Great hand speed. Don't discount Santa Cruz. You know, Santa Cruz is very, very solid fighter. Good defensive fighter. Very fundamental. Great footwork. Man, I think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great fight. And we didn't, being in COVID, didn't really know if he was going to get big fights this year. So I'm glad they kind of started to generate bigger fights. The cats who've been fighting all summer on ESPN every Tuesday, every Wednesday, the ones they was calling from the house, the boys who were just staying healthy enough. They had one cat get into the bubble. I'll tell you his name next week. Had the one cat get into the bubble. He just stayed in the bubble and kept taking fights. He wasn't even known like that. I can't remember his name, but in appreciation to them is the reason now that we're going to start to get some major fights coming up. So big shouts out to the smaller guys fighting. Javante Tank Davis, the future of that division. He used to have problems making weight in the beginning, not making weight, but keeping himself, in that constant, because he was young, keeping himself healthy year round like a Floyd would. You see what I'm saying? Floyd kept himself healthy year round. He worked out every day. Then he picked up the training. I'm excited about it. I'm taking Javante Tank Davis for the win.
Both sides evenly matched.
I wonder what the line is. How do I find that?
Pay-per-view, baby.
Oh, it is pay-per-view? They're not showing it on like...
Transmat is go. Two prime eagles on the beat.
It's pay-per-view. No, you're not gonna get that yet.
What about Maloney and the other fight, the bantamweight titles?
Well, it's hard to call it now. Talking about the undercards, there's a lot of
yeah, I can't pronounce the other
all the undercards.
I said, I don't know how to pronounce the
Got a lot of undercards. You want to roll with the undercards, you should do.
Yeah, I mean, you would know more than I would.
I am the boxing man, I am the boxing. So you want to roll through the undercards, let's go. This is like 10 of them. Line up. Because it's a gang of them. Matter of fact, they starting them on one channel. And then they switching it to pay-per-view.
Oh, Minnesota's playing Maryland right now.
Excuse me?
Minnesota's playing Maryland. 28-21 in the second quarter. They scoring a whole bunch of points. could I find boxing? Has to be a way. I found it earlier. I don't know where I looked. Okay.
Yeah, how about I ain't going through these undercards?
Okay.
Javante Davis by the end of the decision. I know Barrios, I know all, but I'm not going with this 10 undercards. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
Next week we'll come back and cover it. We got an hour and a half in. Giving the people a no.
I can't wait to see Extreme Ironing because my interest is piqued. I can't lie. Because I don't know what I'm gonna see when I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what to expect now.
Listen, man. If you haven't learned anything else from tonight, you should know that extreme ironing is a sport. Extreme ironing is a difficult sport. It should be something that we should all hold dearly to our hearts.
It's like
Except
that.
for you motherfuckers who take your clothes, who say, I'm going to dry my clothes instead of iron them. Y'all don't appreciate shit.
Hey, you just throw it in dry for like 2 minutes and be done with that thing.
Yeah, you be like, yeah, I'm just going to throw mine in the dryer. No. Except for you motherfuckers at them hotels who don't have irons when you going. I hate them too. Ain't not like checking into a hotel. They got no iron. Well, we done a lot of traveling. I done seen that. You got to call to the front.
I mean, all the ones we stay at have an iron that I've seen.
Bro, some of the hotels in the Midwest?
Well, the ones usually in North Dakota did.
No, you didn't. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, the one like, what's that place in Dickinson we would stay at?
Bro, that's different. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, bet.
Okay. All right. But I'm trying not to do it.
Mm-hmm. But you did.
That's why I'm just saying, those types of places don't have an appreciation for extreme ironing.
Yeah.
Neither do the people who just gonna throw it in the dryer. But if you a man like myself, who like to take that hot iron press, starts that thing on the inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna flip the shirt, because I know the Colonel taught you how to iron like that. You're gonna flip the shirt inside out, you're gonna spray that thing down with Stay Flow. You remember Stay Flow?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You remember creasing your jeans with Stay Flow? I remember we used to be so serious about creasing the jeans, we would buy the Stay Flow concentrate and cut it with water and have our own bottle so you can get that real boy.
Dang, it was that serious?
That's extreme iron. And the way I grew up, when mama throw a heel at you, if you ain't iron your pants before you went to church, that's extreme ironing. I've been an extreme ironing athlete my
Ready to
whole
see
life.
what you're fighting today?
Sound like
Vex on
you
the
have a
field.
calling.
Sound like I missed my calling.
Oh, no, you still do it, man.
Because then,
I would buy Stay Flow. I'll be like, yo, I'm here to support my man.
No, I can't do it no more. I can't. I ain't ironing no damn cake. Extreme ironing is real. You think I'm just, it is extreme. So I ain't ironing no cake. I ain't ironing no hot air balloon.
How do you iron in the hot air? See, I can't wait to see
Because
this.
it's extreme.
But bro, that's too much.
Do they have an extension cord for the hot air? Or what? Where my power source?
Oh, you have like a...
Is my iron battery powered?
I guess it has to be, huh? I don't know. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm gonna see what it's about.
I'm saving the other one for today. I got one that's way better than extreme iron. And I almost made me want to do two, but we an hour and a half. That's the show for this week. Big shouts out to Forbidden Fruits. Buy a shirt. Fofo Smoke Shops, ATL. Support them. Buy merch. Buy vaporizers. USA Insulation. comfort, and efficiency. By that, Behold Beauty LLC. We on the rise. Get your lashes. Right? We do everything. Order your lashes. Entertainment now. We will come to you.
Also, if you haven't heard it, Affliction up on YouTube. Check it out.
My man, I was about to let you do your thing.
No, I was just adding in. I don't know if people even knew about it.
You know, so Exotica is on you. 19 is on the way. It's a whole movement. Pillow Talk is coming next week. We'll do this every week. We're doing our thing. Big shouts out to my man Junior 2380 on Twitch. Don't do nothing else. Don't watch nobody else on Twitch. You're only wasting your time. The best video game was over here. He's the best in the world. He gonna talk the most. And the cat is in the building. Never forget about the cat.
He right here. He laying.
Cause he always
He's laying on it. As soon as I get off the phone, I gotta go feed everybody.
And then he come in and he make a little noise like y'all get done. Never forget that the cat is a part of the process. And we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna make sure you get it every week. This was a beautiful first one out the gate. I enjoyed it.
I got to ask questions I probably shouldn't have answered. Is Minnesota really gonna win? Like, really? Why are you asking somebody a question like that? You know what
Penn State.
It's hey, that, who knows though? Because you know how the Big Ten is. They always have somebody supposed to be tight with one loss, and you be trying to figure out.
It ain't gonna be Penn State though. I saw Indiana, bro, the quarterback from Indiana. Don't stop. Stop.
Oh, man.
Stop it.
We'll see though.
Yo, good night to the best producer in the world. My man, Absolution. Check him out, right? YouTube, all your outlets. Follow him on the ground. It's a whole movement. Look, either you catch it the first time or you come around and get it later. Either way, we just gave it to you. Peace.
Rabbi's down, but they scored 2 kills.
There. Sir Richard Niles III. Yeah, I have to start there. I know a bunch of people that's doing stuff. Mike Fitz, he's gonna be coming out with his album.
At the cabin.
I know Jado and them had just dropped the single. I gotta start thinking all this stuff. I don't know what are y'all doing? We'll be a good day of football tomorrow. I'm really interested. If you came out, I appreciate it, man. You come check on me. Check it out. Yeah. We plan on doing this every Friday. I need to talk to my homies and see if they go push through. Trying to roll the tanks.
If they kill us, they win this.
So there is a free-to-play version, but I was trying to really buy it. I will be back on Monday. I don't know what we're going to be playing. I really want to play. Good night, man. Be safe. Wow, maybe get your drink on, smoke something, do whatever you need to do.
Allies headed to the other side.
All right.